Hello, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video, or if you're new, welcome. So obviously, of course, you want to start off with a fresh, clean and moisturized face. I'm just going to go ahead and block the brows. Set that, and then sometimes I conceal them as well to hide them, but this time it's not really necessary because we're going to get to that later. So I'm just grabbing the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and creating very rough shapes, and just keep in mind that these are the bits that are going to be the green bits. Then taking some eyeliner and using the NYX Epic Ink Liner, you want to create the ends of the brows. It doesn't have to be clean and perfect at this point because we're going to clean it up later, or you can use some black face paint as well. So next I'm grabbing some neon green eyeshadow. I'm using the Unicorn Cosmetics in Glitch, and then you just want to grab a eyeshadow brush and just pack this onto the white areas, and that explains why I use the Jumbo Pencil. You can just use like neon paint as well, but I just really like the soft transition that shadows give, and as you can see here, I've just gone in with a small eyeshadow brush and a bit of black as well, just to fade the colours nice and smooth. Next, taking some concealer, I'm using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and preferably a brush with a flat head. And you just want to carefully go around all the edges. This is going to really clean and sharpen up the shapes whilst hiding your natural brows as well. Make sure you get in the gap as well. And then of course blend that. I like to use my finger for this. Next you want to prime your eyes. I'm using the P. Louise base, and then taking the same glitch powder, you want to just pack on this eyeshadow and create this lovely little shape. Then create a very simple wing with some eyeliner. So for the bottom I'm using the NYX white eyeliner, which is absolutely incredible by the way. I'm just going to create a line underneath, and this is going to create the illusion that my eyes are big. For the other side I'm just simply doing like a cat eye and lining underneath as well. Then you just want to do your skin like you would on a normal day, so foundation or concealer or whatever your preferred skin routine is. For me, it's just literally contouring and then blending, and then I'm happy. Moving on to the fun parts, the paint. We're going to start with the third eye, so simply grab some paints. I'll list all the products in the description box below by the way, but I'm using Mehron Paradise paints, and for the UV green I'm using the Kryolan aqua colour. So I'm starting off with everything but the black outline. You want to do the black outline last. Bouncing back onto my actual eye, I'm just creating a black line under the white line we created earlier. Create your thunder, just very simple and black, and then the triangle. Paint the skull, and then the outline. So for the outline you can use a little trick and use some masking tape to get the lines nice and straight, if you wish, or you don't have to. And then for the nostrils I'm just doing these cute little spiky things. And then for the outside of the thunder, to create the outer glow, I'm applying the P. Louise base around the edges, and then I'm just going to take a small oval eyeshadow brush and just pack that around the edges. Feel free to go feel free to go back in with some black. Back in black. Anyway, sorry. And then paint over the thunder bits. Yeah, just so that it doesn't look all smoky from the eyeshadow you just packed on. Then for the top lip, I'm just taking some paint and very simply filling that in, and then moving on to the neck and chest. So very simple, you just want to paint the basic shapes first, starting off with the green area. So we're going for this triangle-y thing. Next you want to grab some yellow paint and create these wiggly lines, is the best way I can describe it, around the edges. And then go in with a really fine paintbrush and some black and just sort of like outline the shapes. And then go in with a small eyeshadow brush and some black. You want to start creating the shadows. So remember, the parts where you put the shadow is going to be the bits that are going to be the lower areas. The highlighted areas are going to be the raised areas. Oh yeah, and feel free to go in with some brown eyeshadow as well. You don't want to just use black because it's going to look a little bit too monochrome, and you want it to look as realistic as possible. Anyway, grabbing some white NYX Jumbo Pencil again. I'm going to apply this on the raised areas to highlight them as well. And just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep shading. And I feel like as soon as you shade like underneath, it's going to really make the whole thing pop. I mean, look at how much more realistic it looks as soon as you put the shadow on your skin. Moving on, I'm just grabbing a wipe and just wiping oh my goodness, wiping away where I want the symbol to be. Now you can use neon yellow paint, but I'm going to be totally honest, every yellow paint that I've tried, it looks see-through, literally. So I'm taking some cream paint, applying that, and then packing on some neon yellow eyeshadow from Helen E Cosmetics. If you know any good neon yellow, water-based paints that aren't transparent and see-through, then please let me know in the comments down below. And then pack that shit on. Simple. Taking a really fine brush, you want to paint the symbol, and if you fuck up, then haha, you have to do the whole thing again. Then taking some dark green paint, you want to create the stripes. Very, very simple. I don't know why I keep saying that. It's really not that simple. This look is not simple. And then moving on to the needles. Now, if you are a little young child, then please just maybe skip this. So I went through every single needle and filed them down so that they're quite blunt and they won't be stabbing you to death. And you just want to grab some Pros-Aid. If you don't know how to use Pros-Aid, basically you put it on both surfaces and you wait for them to dry and then you stick them together. I know that sounds really weird. Oh my goodness, if you haven't watched my needle play nurse tutorial, then don't. Because the method I used took me fucking ages. You're gonna have to be really patient with this. Oh, not to mention the pentagram peeler thing that I did. I used liquid latex to stick every single one on. And yes, I had to hold it on and wait for each one to dry. So this took me so long. So Pros-Aid in this situation is an absolute lifesaver. Because you literally just stick it on like a sticker and it's done. Forgot to mention, I don't think you can buy needles neon green. I had to spray paint these. And the quickest way to do that if you're wanting to do this is you get a long line of masking tape and just put them all in a row and then sandwich it in another piece of masking tape and then you can spray the body. Moving on, so grabbing some liquid latex, I'm using the one by Mehron, and the reason why I use Mehron for this situation is because I feel like other latexes are way too runny, whereas Mehron has a much more thick consistency. So what you want to do is grab a cotton bud and apply this on top of the needle. This is going to create the fake skin. Now you're going to have to do 2 to 3 layers, maybe even more, to really thicken it up. It'll be really handy to have a hairdryer with you and just let them dry between layers as well. This is going to both create the fake skin and glue them on securely, 2 in 1. Next, you want to paint each one the same colour as your skin, so you can use some concealer or some foundation for that. Next, you want to stick your contact lenses in and your lashes on. For the lashes, I'm using the Eldora B804 lashes. I hope that was pronounced correct. And for the contact lenses, I'm using the Mesmerized Black Slower and the green one, I can't remember the name, I'm sorry. I also added some a lash on the third eye, and this one's from Ardell. Then I'm just grabbing some red eyeshadow and making it a bit more like bloodshot and realistic. And then I'm just adding some smoky blacky brown on my black eye. I'm also adding like a crease on my third eye, and this is going to give it a bit more of a realistic look. And then for my bottom lip, I'm just applying white. I'm taking some black eyeshadow and just applying some here and there on the neck, and this is going to create a bit more of a realistic look. And then you want to grab some setting powder and set the latex and the Pros-Aid. This is because obviously you don't want it to be all shiny and stuff. It's going to look really fake. And then finally I'm grabbing the Mehron blood spray and just spraying it here and there. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed this and you found it helpful. If you ever recreate my looks, feel free to tag me at my Instagram on Goth Spectrum, and also feel free to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and all of that good stuff. Thank you once again, and I will see you next time.